I have way too many options, but I've decided I'm just going to focus on water. Water. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some welding. Let a little bit of air in. I need to shrink that hose, so it's time to get out the thingy-majig what heats up the hose. That's the vent done. Now. Well, that's a few bits and pieces now done. I have a delivery of coal to deal with next. It's on that pallet over there. Now I just got to put it into the boat. That's the coal in. Whew, that's tiring. Anyway, there it is. Coal. More coal. I did consider not buying coal this time on environmental grounds and buy wood instead. But when I actually worked it all out, this is £600 a ton, the wood is £600 a ton, but you are going to burn twice as much wood, so it ends up being £1,200. So unfortunately coal is still the most economical, and an alternative more environmentally friendly like wood, or I'm talking about wood products, are significantly more expensive. Next year though, I probably will be able to afford it. At this moment I have too many expenses and I can't afford that outlay. Oh, look who's come to visit. things that are problematic. Bringing this pew was a mistake, as I brought the wrong one, and this one is the slightly ropey one, and the good one is still in the garage, but I did need to bring one of them up at least to ensure that whatever I do here, it will be able to sit on top, because the pew is the bench. So what we're going to look at next is putting this in, and this is my Macerator pump, and it's going to be sticking up like that. I'll explain in a minute why. And I have to make sure that it'll fit underneath the seat, which it will. I may have to get a van and have this delivered back to the garage out of the way, because I don't have enough space. The next problem I have, this massive piece of wood here that is right up to the bulkhead at the very front. It was fine when it was over on that side because there was plenty of length, but now it sticks out this far, and of course here's the stove. It's the bowsprit, so now I have to figure out where I'm going to put the bowsprit. And as I was thinking about it last night, eventually there will be no place inside the boat that I can actually store it, so it will have to go outside. Does it go onto the front of the boat as a bowsprit? And if I did that, what complications would occur when I'm moving the boat? So what I have to find out is, can I get the bowsprit to, imagine that's sticking out the front of the boat, can I get it to flip backwards? Then I'll be able to have it hanging majestically in the front of the boat like a ship and get netting down the side, and all the children will be convinced there's a pirate on board.
There is a feckin' pirate on board! How dare you forget about me?
All this steel is in the way, and this has to go to the scrapyard, but at this moment in time, I mean, do I want to take a day in the little blue boat going over to the scrapyard and dumping it? But if I get a van, I could drop the pew off to the garage, get all of that dumped, and yeah, anyway. Who knows? But why did I do that switch over? Very simply, I need to put my batteries here, and my electrical cupboard needs to go here, and I needed to clear the space for that, so that meant swapping everything over. So now I do have the space. I just need to move all this steel. I've just had a moment of clarity. I can put the steel under the dinette, shoving all the rubbish underneath the carpet. That's what I'm going to do. If you want to clamp a hose to it, you can. Otherwise, cut it off and use the threaded bit as I am. Oh, it's very hot today. It's estimated to be at 31 degrees. Anyway, if you're wondering why I have it standing up like this, it's because that's what they recommend. They recommend a shorter distance, although it does have a capacity, I think, of 3 feet lift, as in to lift up 3 feet, but shorter distance as possible and no kinks. So, I mean, you would think that the easiest thing to do is to put it on the side here, have it come out and be pumped up. Now that could be fine, but I think the reason why they're suggesting you don't do that is by not having a turn, you don't cause blockages. And I had initially planned to have one of these and put it there and then have it go off that way, but not only do I guarantee that it's always going to have no problems and not be blocked, the other thing, the outlet in this orientation just sticks out there, so it'll be a straight line up, and out. Now I know where this is located, I can now make a bracket to attach to that, so it won't wobble. I've just done a bit of welding. I welded 2 extra bolts to here. I'm going to put another piece of wood between these two, and I made this bracket. Now this bracket will go here, you see. Bolted, bolted, secure. Oh, it's hot and sweaty. So the only thing left to do is to connect it electrically. So basically this is how it works. There is no water in the tank, so when there's water in the tank we can show you. But you pump in the water you need. You flush out the water. Oh look, some water went in. Then when you need to pump out, this pipe goes directly up to that fitting there, and that deck fitting there is what you do the pump out. However, in an emergency situation, we can undo this, and that connects to that button, and out comes effluent. And it goes all over my shoes. This is a Macerator pump, so it will chop up anything that's in there. So then it will be liquidized and sent up this pipe, which goes like this, up through here, and out the top. If I arrive at a place that has a pump out, but the pump out's not working, but there happens to be an LSAN is just an outdoor toilet. It's a direct connection to the sewer, and that's for people with porta potties or cassette toilets. And it's free to use. So the point being is that if I'm ever strapped for cash, I can't get a card, the pump out's broken, but there happens to be an LSAN in the area, I can go there and pump it out. This, unfortunately, pumping directly into an LSAN will absolutely block it up. So the best thing to do is to pump it into a barrel, a 20-litre barrel, and then walk over to the LSAN and pour the 20-litre barrel in. And for those of you good at maths, if I have a 200-litre tank, that's a 10-barrel journey. but it's better than nothing. So really the Macerator pump is a backup emergency pump should it need to be used. Technically, legally, if I was ever in the middle of the sea, I could just connect a hose up to it and pump it directly into the sea legally. I wouldn't want to do that. That's disgusting. And the reason I've done this is 9 years of experience has taught me one thing: don't rely on a pump out. So thank you for watching the video. The toilet is now almost ready to work. The only thing I need to do is fill up with water, and then that toilet is ready to go. And then just connect it with an electrical supply. And that's what I'm going to start working on now. The electrical supply. How do I make an electrical cabinet? Good.